Hello, hello, and good day, everyone! Welcome to Drakan Gates Glitch Tutorial Episode 70. Welcome to Sardana. Welcome. And now we have to say goodbye to Sardana because there are a few things we need to do in Ravenshold, and one of them is tied to Sardana. Where basically we're going to have to activate a glitch over here, bring it over here, and see what happens. So first off, let's go ahead and change things back. Set things up for Ravenshold, and off we go! Alright, our first glitch is going to be a revisit of one we did before in one of the earlier episodes of Ravenshold, where we activate the cutscene to bring Chief Ranwulf out after we have already activated the gate, which now is just post Shiverbane. So again, this Chief Ranwulf does not talk, and currently he's not in the hut over there, not related to this, but more related to that he's actually in the Northern Tundra right now with the Wizard Zagoro. So what we want to do here is simply save the game, and then we load said game. And we'll have Chief Ranwulf disappear with the axe floating in place. Again, we did this before, but this is just a relation that he's not supposed to be here at this time. So just saving the game and loading the game will cause this to happen. Again, I believe you will need to be sure to have activated the gate, gateway to Sardana beforehand here in Ravenshold, in order to get this to work. So moving on to about two other glitches that I want to discuss. Well, the first one I'm going to discuss is not really that important, nor is it really that much of a glitch. It's just something I kind of overlooked when doing these earlier. But we want to be sure that we're able to mountain bypass glitch up here first. Back in episode 47, when we were exploring behind-the-sea glitches in Ravenshold, let's get past the pushy barrier. I think this should do it. And yes, that is confirmed. We'll go ahead and save the game right here. Okay, so now that we're over here, we're going to make our ways to a copy of Fenrir's ship. So we first want to get Arokh down here. We want to be careful with the pushy boundaries, of course. Let's see. There we go. Land gently, and then we're going to go ahead and make our way to Fenrir's ship over here. Well, a copy of Fenrir's ship. Okay, so now we're over at this wrecked copy of Fenrir's ship. And as you can see, Ren can't actually stay on the ship, given the ship itself is tilted here. So it's pretty much considered like a slippery slope. However, there is a ledge I can stand on over here. And if I were to, like, jump forward, a running jump forward, she'll fall straight through. This is a lot similar to how the game reacts to when I have the Drunken Ring glitch or the anti-gravity Ling glitch activated over in the Adrelian Isles. That where Rin's orientation is completely, is not exactly perpendicular with the ground, thus leading to some very weird mechanics interactions to thin platforms, much like these. Because one of the things I indicated in the video that we needed to be careful of doing is jumping on those type of platforms, like walking onto the bridge leading to Fenrir's ship on the Adrelian Isles. Because Rin will fall straight through if you jump at all, depending on what the orientation here. Now, with the anti-gravity link glitch, we have oriented Rin herself, and thus she'll fall through. However, this time, the ship itself is the one that's oriented differently, thus creating the same effect. That aside, there wasn't anything else to really much explore here. But one thing I do want to point out is with how powerful the pushy boundaries are. So over here in the copy of Fenrir's ship, we can go ahead and even explore what it's like underwater. We can even go into the captain's area. Now, I wanted to actually, let's get up above the water here. I did, in fact, want to go through the window and see if I could just swim through the window. But the Pushy Boundaries is right at that area, thus you are unable to basically swim through the window. But this gives me another opportunity to show how powerful the Pushy Boundaries are, because assuming this is a direct copy of Fenrir's ship, then if I can kindly get my camera inside here, the back portion of the ship should be solid. The back portion of the ship should be solid, regardless of that rock surface that's protruding into the ship. And given that I assume that it's solid, then the Pushy Boundaries, if it's solid, it shouldn't push me through something that's solid. But the thing is, it doesn't care at all. Once when you get to the Pushy Boundaries, it will push you until you get out of the situation. I'm not sure how an outer limit would respond to that, or if there will be an infinite loop of being pushed and you can't do anything about it, being soft locked in the game. But the Pushy Boundaries do not care if you have anything solid that's right behind you. Now, again, I don't know if that ship itself, I'm assuming it's just a copy of Fenrir's ship without everything and everybody. But doesn't necessarily mean that the back portion is still solid. So anyone that has any glitch, anyone who can look at the game code could probably be able to assess if that portion is solid or whatnot. Again, in the glitch tutorial here, I'm the one that is the one that will just tell you how to perform these glitches. However, I am unable to really explain how the glitches work, per se, given that I don't really have the knowledge and background to go into that detail. Otherwise, I'll just be spouting mostly nonsense or a lot of hearsay from what I hear from other channels on their terminology and definitions. But that being said, that's really it for that little portion there. We're going to go ahead and move on to the main course here. So with this next one, we had to do the mountain bypass glitch, and we're over at the copy of Fenrir's ship. But this time we're gonna go relocate over to the end of the sea, where we're gonna perform a glitch that we did back in episode 57, where we had the torch equipped while flying on Arokh. So again, we did this in episode 57, so you can look to that in more detail. There, so we're just gonna quickly get this activated. Again, we do need to have the torch equipped, or any weapon for that matter to be equipped. But for this particular one, we need the torch. So we're gonna fly up here, and we're gonna need to make sure that Arokh's back is exposed just a little bit above the water. That might be close enough. Let's find out here. I think that's close enough. Oh, nope. Whoa! What the... guys, I don't know how to explain that little mess up right there. She suddenly just did the moon slide or whatever that glitch is called over in Melee. Oh my gosh! Yeah, she just wave dashed. There we go. She just wave dashed. How the hell did she wave dash? Oh, definitely saving that. Woo! Wow. I don't really want to explore that right now because I got something else that I need to explore here. Let's continue on with what I was trying to explain earlier. Okay, so after that little hiccup right there, let's go ahead and continue on with the glitch I'm trying to showcase to you guys here. So again, as I said before, this is back in episode, let's see, I think that's close enough. Yeah, that's close enough. I got us back above the water. Back in episode 57. So what we wanted to have is a swimming wren. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And then we fly up And then if you hear it closely, you'll hear the torch sound effect. Again, we want to make sure we do not touch the outer limits whatsoever, or else you'll erase the glitch here. You need to take this effect, the torch, the sound, the flame, and everything, and take it back to Sardana, where things are going to get really messed up. So let's go ahead and take the torch all the way to Sardana, and let me show you how messed up some things can really get when you have this glitch and you take it through the gateway to Sardana. So now that we've successfully brought the torch over here to Sardana while flying on Arokh, there are a few changes to the glitch that happen here from going from Ravenshold to Sardana. The first change I'd like to note is basically if we keep Arokh in one place for an extended period of time, the frame rate of the game will continually to slow in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and get up, make myself some lunch, and then I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Alright, so one lunchtime later, and we have this. We have basically the game slowed down so much that you can easily tell each part of Arokh's flying animation. Now, with that being said, there is an area effect to this glitch. So let's try fly backwards. As the game starts speeding up here, but then goes back to being slow again. I'm not sure why there is a smaller pocket of that's less affected and then it goes back to being slow again, but let's fly forward all the way through.
A few moments later.
And there we go. We finally actually made it through there. But we can also create other time pockets. So if we stand right here. Alright, that should be enough for demonstration. Okay. So now that we've created 2 time pockets, let's go ahead and fly through here. The game slows down just a little bit. And then when we get over to here, the game slows down immensely from the original time pocket I created. So again, it slows the frame rate way down. Now, I'm just one who is just showing you how to perform these glitches. I, however, do not have the fundamental understanding of what's going on here. Why is this happening? Why the torch itself, or whatever effect it has, whatever the programmers did to it, what is causing the frame rate to slow down so much when activating this glitch, particularly when going from Ravenshold to Sardana? Because actually, if we go back to Ravenshold, it doesn't do this. But that aside, if we want to deactivate this effect that I have going on here, we could actually pause the game. Here, give it a sec. Oh, I didn't mean to undo that. Okay. Okay, I need... There. Okay. So when we... if we were to save the game and load the game, it will revert everything back to normal. However, I would still actually have the effect of Ren being able to slow things down. If we want to really disarm all of this from happening, just stop it from happening, I can also dismount from Arokh and de-equip and just, well, dismount Arokh in general and get back on him, and that will turn everything off. Because everything is being caused by the torch itself. Now, probably the most epic spell to experiment with the frame rate dropping like this is probably Arokh's Lightning Breath special. I'm going to try to launch 2 of these suckers out here and kind of just show you guys the sheer chaos that ensues when launching these spells. Not to mention that you can literally see every single lightning strike that happens here. All of its frame rates and every bit happening in all of its glory, they can see itself. And for some reason, the water wheel is very much attracting a lot of the lightning towards itself. Makes me wonder what are the actual rules and stuff that govern where these lightning strikes go. Maybe since the water wheel itself actually damages you, it might consider it an enemy, even though you can't target it. I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening here. But it's just fun to be able to experiment with these two when the frame rate is dropping like this. So again, if you want to encounter this glitch, like to experiment with it, you will need to have access to Ravenshold, and you will need to use the mountain bypass glitch to get behind the water to try to activate the glitch where you can equip a weapon while riding Arokh. Now, if you have trouble with trying to activate your attacks while on this, you can also just simply press and hold the button, and it will eventually activate. So you don't have to rapidly keep pressing button inputs to try to get your attacks to go. But without further ado, let's go ahead and try to bring this back up to normal speed. It's nice that I can load back from a previous save and erase the time pockets I created, while also maintaining this glitch so that I can just explore with it further with a fresh start. But we're done with time pockets here, as we're just going to explore one more thing that we can do with this glitch. So what we need to do here is basically dismount off of Arokh, go anywhere in Sardana, inside buildings, outside buildings, whatever. But what happens when we de-equip the torch? We get this. We get this area effect left behind from the torch. And we can pretty much leave it right here. We can fly up and view things up from above, but it would still be there. Even if I were to get off and get on to mount on Arokh again, it would still be here. Again, you will lose some of the effects on the walls, but mind you, you'll still keep this area effect here. So, the only thing that I can do to end this is just re-equip the torch. And there we go. Everything's rectified, and everything, all the time pockets and everything is completely rectified now. But you can take this anywhere. Heck, you can even fly over to where the lady has her blue roses, and you can just enchant her roses to have a much more bluer hue, which I find is rather pretty, but don't expect her to be grateful about it. That being said, there's only one thing I just need to add here with these, the glitch in regards to applying it, the glitch from episode 57 and applying it here in Sardana, is that if we were to take the glitch back to Ravenshold, all it's going to do is just erase the flame effect on your torch, and so now you have a torch that's not lit. Again, we can't create time pockets in Ravenshold, nor can we enchant any area in Ravenshold. Those effects stay here going back. I guarantee you, if there was a way to get to the end of the sea, unfortunately the end of the sea is way beyond the outer limits, but if we were able to get the end of the sea and perform a swimming ring glitch to get onto Arokh to fly above and equip the torch, we probably would be able to create time pockets and whatnot in Ravenshold, but we can't. And possibly we could have done that over in the Adrenaline Isles, but there's no way to get the torch until you get to Ravenshold. So, the only time you can create time pockets and enchant an area with the torch is here in Sardana. Also, I do want to add with the enchanting of the ground, I did one time get the torch inside the blacksmith, I de-equipped it just to do the normal thing and just continue exploring, but for some reason, I can't replicate this no matter how hard I try. For some reason, the area of effect just all of a sudden skyrocketed out from there and affected the entire town square of Sardana. I have no idea what magnified this effect. If I did, I would be able to showcase how to exploit it. However, no matter how many valiant attempts I try, I just get the little tiny area of effect. And it was so beautiful. I just so happened was exploring the glitch and wasn't recording at the time. And so as for that, it's just pretty much gonna be swept under the rug. Speaking of swept under the rug, we will at some point later on, probably after I get done with the first iteration of the glitch tutorial, as there are many glitches for me to explore afterwards. Well, not many, but there is still quite a few to explore that I haven't touched upon because I didn't know about them or weren't aware about them during here in the glitch tutorial, and I've already passed enough of the story that it'll be just a pain just to try to go back to them, especially since I want to have a bit of a continuity with the glitch tutorial where I'm going here. At least as far as what glitches will allow me to do. So we will explore, trying to see if I can exploit the wave dash that I just somehow accidentally had happen. And you guys can explore that yourself as well if you're able to do the mountain bypass glitch over there and make your way to the end of the sea in Ravenshold. You can probably do it over into the Adrelian Isles too. But with that being said, that's it for this episode, everyone. And I will see you all in episode 71. So like, comment, subscribe, and as always, have a great life, everyone.
Something's not right here. This storm. Nature had no hand in this. I was a fool not to have sensed it.
They're really gone. Everyone I knew.
It's time we left this place. Nothing but ghosts remain here now.
I agree, but where then? There must be other villages, but...
No, Vin. They're gone. You are the only ones left.
Then it's over, isn't it?
My apologies.
Game over, yeah!